Take it easy. Take it easy. I got you. Take it easy.
All right, creatures of the night and everybody out there in the Pod Street crew. My name is Alex Doriot. I am one half of the Talking Taker podcast, and I want to thank you for joining me for another round of Digging Up the Dead Man right here on the Talking Taker YouTube channel with another incredible new Undertaker figure, brand new here at the beginning of 2024 to add to the ever-growing Talking Taker collection. We've got Elite 107 Undertaker right here. Now, you see, I got to dress up for this one. I got to look hard like Big Evil here, like the biker taker, like the American badass, because this is the return of the ABA, the American BA, as Travis sings in our theme song every week. His return from Raw 30 from January of 2023. This is an amazing figure. I think we joked, we speculated, man, it'd be amazing if they made a figure of that moment. And Mattel, they never miss a chance to make a figure of a legend whenever they make a return or a comeback, especially of the dead man. So we got a very unique figure here. Maybe you might say the first ever Mark Calloway figure, possibly. I mean, he was certainly billed as the Undertaker when he came back that night, but this is him really in his post-retirement days. I mean, this is what we see him wear on stage for those One Dead Man shows, what we see him wearing for his podcast, 6 Feet Under, if you subscribe on Patreon like I do. And I'm a mark for Mark. He gets my money every month. Or if you watch him on YouTube, this is what you might see him wearing. But yeah, specifically, this is what he's wearing from that Raw 30. Raw is XXX or whatever the graphic was from that appearance there. Also pretty similar to what he wore when he came back on, or when he made his debut appearance on NXT last year as well. But really, this is the Raw 30 moment that we're representing here, and we'll cover that on the back of the box as well. But a very unique figure, and one I had to add to the collection for a couple of reasons. I mean, number one of which is because of just how special, how unique, how different it is. So we'll talk about it here as we crack it open. Now, I'm not really not cool enough to pull off the beanie and the sunglasses indoors look like the dead man is, so I had to take those off here to talk about this figure. But one of the awesome things I think about this figure, one of the coolest parts of it, is how quick the turnaround was. In modern day, it seems like Mattel, the average seems to be like about a year, sometimes maybe even a little bit more than that for a turnaround for a figure from when we see a unique outfit or a unique appearance on TV before we get it in figure form. But this was, the end of January 2023, and really this was popping up on Ringside Collectibles. I think this was getting in people's hands before the end of 2023, the late December 2023 or early January 2024. So yeah, right under a year before this actually hit people's hands if you ordered it from Ringside Collectibles, which actually I was gifted it by a friend of the show, Steven Zeman. You hear me talk about almost every episode on here from Collecting Dead Man. He got an extra, and he didn't gift it to me. I did pay him for it, but he sent it my way. I paid to him instead of paying to Ringside Collectibles. But and this probably won't hit retail for another couple months. Maybe around WrestleMania season, we might see it hit in retail. I think Elite 106 is in stores right now. So, Elite 107, probably another few weeks. It'll actually be starting to hit your Walmarts and Targets and all that. But yeah, we've got it in hand right here. So pretty awesome to see how quickly they turned it around here. And we'll check it out. We'll take a look at it. But of course, like I said, back of the box, it does specify this is from the Raw 30, because it says LA Knight, ran his mouth about taking on any legends at Raw 30 when The Undertaker rode to the ring to put him in his place. Now, of course, this is significant as well because it doesn't say that on the back of the box, but also in the ring during that segment was Bray Wyatt. And I believe his final ever Monday Night Raw appearance. This was building up the... Can't believe I'm saying this. The Mountain Dew Pitch Black match, which was his final match ever against LA Knight at the Royal Rumble last year. And I believe technically Bray made one more SmackDown appearance. So this was not his last ever WWE appearance, but I think it was his last appearance ever on Raw. I'm honestly a little surprised they didn't mention that on the box because, they still are honoring Bray Wyatt. They still, have a licensing contract with him to, produce merchandise to support his family going on. So a little surprised because that, makes this moment and makes this figure even more significant because of the moment Taker shares with Bray Wyatt after he comes out. He acts like he's going to chokeslam LA Knight, but he spins him into Bray, who gives LA the Sister Abigail, and then Taker whispers something in Bray's ears, and, much like the ending to Lost in Translation with Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson, we'll never know quite what was whispered between those two people. But you didn't think you were going to get a Lost in Translation reference on this figure unboxing, but that's what you get here on the Talking Taker YouTube channel. But this is very cool. I'm excited to open it. Who else was in the set? I always like to say that. We got Otis. We got Grayson Waller, Solo Sikoa, Undertaker, Cora Jade. I have no idea who that is. I don't watch NXT. Literally never heard that name before. Finn Balor. Interesting. There's a little sticker right there over his name. What is that all about? I'm going to open this box anyway. So we'll see what is under that sticker. I think it just says Finn Balor, weirdly enough. See if I can get it on there. It's on there pretty good. I think it's just because it didn't have the accent over the, whatever part of his last name. Is it the A or the O that the accent goes over? I think that's the only reason they put the sticker on there. But interesting. Weird running change of all the things to make a running change for. But let's crack this open so I can add him to the shelf. Got that new-ish Elite packaging that we saw debut last year. I think most people are not huge fans of it, but, a little bit more environmentally friendly, so they say. Still got a lot of plastic on here, but hey, we'll support anything to, support the environment a little bit. And it's got the arms tied in here, so we'll get that. Tied. Oh, but man, I can already tell this is going to be a fronter on the Undertaker shelf. Maybe not the most significant moment, but it's such a freaking unique figure. You got to put this in a prime spot on your display. Man, there is so much to talk about here. Golly, look at that. Look at that 2023 Undertaker likeness on there. Take a look at this on the back, that ponytail that we've seen him rocking recently. Look at that, man. I think that's the first version of him with that on there. That is freaking unique. And this hat, I don't know if that's 100% accurate. I don't recall, but probably is. So the Texas flag on there on his hat. And, okay, that is one piece. I thought there might be a bandana under there. Oh, there you go. But that's all one piece on there. But it looks like, in real life, he's wearing a hat over a bandana on there. But yeah, that modern day Undertaker, there's 6 feet under Mark Calloway. There's his haircut. There's that ponytail. You could easily use this for like a Hall of Fame custom Undertaker. You want to pop that onto a suited Undertaker body right there. You could totally make that work. And they got a little rubber band there holding the sunglasses on. So I actually might leave that on there for display because, these Mattel sunglasses are always slipping off, getting lost on there. Heck, I may just leave that on there because you don't really notice it once the hat is on his head. So you need to just barely see that on the side there. But I actually freaking like this. That's cool. Another amazing part of this, he's got the One Dead Man Show merch shirt on there. So actually promoting his One Dead Man Show. How about that? Getting a little promotion there. He's still on tour, still doing that to this day. But how unique is that? And it's a little bit different than the one he wore on TV. The one he wore on TV is from the very first One Dead Man Show. It says the date and time for the Nashville, Tennessee show. It was the weekend or the night before SummerSlam 2022, which I went to the very first One Dead Man show before going to SummerSlam with Travis and with some other buddies of ours. Of course, you can see the vlog of that right here. An awesome full vlog of the whole trip right here on our YouTube channel. I did not actually buy one of these shirts for myself. I don't wear a ton of, I have a ton of Undertaker shirts, honestly, but I don't always buy shirts from like events and everything. I don't know why. I buy posters. I don't ever buy shirts, but I did buy 2 of these shirts, one for Randy Turco and one for Steven Zeman from that night. So Randy, I think, actually, I think Randy has the white shirt, and I think Steven has the black shirt. So I think Steven has this exact shirt. So, he has to add that one into his collection. But pretty cool. I wish it did say Nashville, Tennessee on there, but I understand they want to make this a little bit more timeless. You could pop this, if you want to make a custom of yourself, if you have this t-shirt, you could do that on there. He's got some black pants. These are not... I'm sure these are reused from a different Undertaker, probably, but they're not the Boneyard match pants. I thought they might be, but they're, not as much design on there. But of course, we see all the standard Undertaker tattoos and everything, and those gloves, those black biker gloves that he wore on that night, and that he wears on stage on the What Dan Man show for some reason. I don't fully understand that. But the hands down, hold on, first of all, let's see. Okay, they did not skimp out on the tattoos. He's got the BSK Pride tattoo on his chest here, so we do have a legit Undertaker body here. I think it was maybe the AJ Boneyard match is missing his tattoos on there underneath the t-shirt, so they cheaped out on that one a little bit, but not here. But hands down, the coolest part of this figure, look at that. What is that watch saying? What is that watch saying? That watch is talking to me. Undertaker is wearing a wristwatch, and I think this is the first ever Mattel figure, maybe the first ever wrestling figure ever that's wearing a wristwatch. And I don't know if you can see it on the box. No, you can't really see it in the picture of Taker on the box. But yeah, he was wearing a watch on that night when he showed up at Raw 30, and they actually included it on the figure here, which is so unique. Such an incredible extra touch here. I think the Mattel is doing a Kevin Nash from WCW, from the infamous promo, Look at the Adjective, Pal, from the NWO Invasion. I think that one is also going to be wearing a wristwatch. So I think we're going to be seeing more watches on figures when it's appropriate. And look at that, dude. You never thought you'd see an Undertaker figure with a wristwatch on, but here we go. So to me, this figure is a 10 out of 10. I wish it did have the Nashville, Tennessee, and the dates of that One Dead Man show that I went to on there, but we know that's what it's supposed to be, and that's what this shirt originally is. Again, the ponytail is just perfect on there. The skinny ponytail, the sunglasses. I actually appreciate the little strap holding the sunglasses on because you won't really even see it on display, and that way you won't lose them. It did come with extra hands, so I think you could definitely put this on a bike. If you've got an extra motorcycle accessory, one of those slam cycles, you could definitely put him on here with these different C-grip hands. I think I do need to do that eventually when I reorganize the display or have a little bit more room on there. I forgot his hat's supposed to be backwards. What am I doing here? But man, like I said, this is going in the front of the display because it's such a unique figure. Let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know if you're going to pick one up out there. Creatures of the Night. Be sure to subscribe here for even more unboxings and great content on the Talking Taker YouTube channel. Check out all the other ones, opening up many of these figures that you see behind me. Listen to the latest episode of Talking Taker, where Travis and I, our latest episode, we looked back at some Coliseum video classics. So we go way, way back in time, way before you could ever would have imagined you'd see an Undertaker looking like this. Some of his earliest matches, all the way back to December of 1990. We're covering some rare ones and unique ones on there. And then, of course, subscribe and be on the lookout for our March episode. When that'll be coming out March 1st, the next episode of Talking Taker. You never know what you're going to find here on the YouTube channel or on the podcast feed. So appreciate a subscription, a comment, a rating, all that good stuff. And until next time, take her easy.